Hello everyone and welcome to the Italian Ikazuki stream. I'm just pulling up YouTube so I can make sure that the chat is coming across correctly. Don't freak out. I know it says that it's the last guaranteed stream. That just means that Dallas is home currently and I am able to come downstairs and finish off some custom orders that have been hanging over my head since like mid-city. Anyway, so we've got 3 Kato and a large box bag to sew. As long as I get 1 Kato done tonight, I will be happy, but I cut everything out because, again, I can't quite get myself away from production sewing. It's just so much easier. But, yeah, as long as I've got 1 because it needs to be picked, it's going to get picked up on Saturday, so... Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday season. We are in the last throes of our celebrations and everything like that. And Dallas and I just finished all the shopping today. Well, okay. We finished the shopping that I remembered that we need to finish. And now we've got a couple other things that we actually need to pick up for Punch on Friday. But minimal. We're extremely close to just being able to chill at home. Goal being that we can just stay home over the weekend and on Monday being prep day for food. We do an appy night with his family on Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day up at and I usually bring the dessert. So I found a ginger stout cake. When I can edit this, I will put a link in the description for it. It looks really good. We went and got fresh spices for it today. I was only missing 2 of them, but that's okay. We got extra, and it was I went to our bulk supply store because I was I don't want to spend $30 to $36 on these spices. And it came out to $2. Sweet, or less than. So that was pretty sweet. It was yes. It's so it's a ginger stout cake, and then it's got it suggests a creme anglaise top, which, oh my goodness, sounds amazing. So we have gone in, and I have actually already cut and interfaced everything. I did pilfer some of the pockets for the Kato that we cut pockets for before. So if you're watching this in the future, you can be Katie, future Katie's going to hate you. And I will be yeah, I agree right now. But I was going to cut more pockets. We've got the pink piano with black cats. We have some denim strawberries. So the strawberries are on this really nice deep navy background, but the navy background is printed it's twill, it's that dark indigo wash denim. It does look I need to actually turn down the exposure a little bit. Dahlia, Flynn, where it is, please stop scratching. Hey. Let's do... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so auto exposure is the best option today. All right, good to know. Love how it fluctuates all the time. Love that for us. End sarcasm. All right, but there's the strawberries, and then this is the one that has to be done tonight, which is the tigers here. Apparently I had some overlap, which is yay. Okay. Oh, not too bad. All right. It's how far did we end up overlapping this? Kiddos have one more day of school. They've got a Santa breakfast on Friday, and then I did put them into care on Friday just because I was okay, if we need to do anything else without the kids, this is the opportunity that is the easiest, and we're paying for it anyway. So the only thing they've requested is please pick them up by 5. It's yeah, we can do that for sure. Okay, those are good. This is for the fans. We need to put a zip pull on the fans, and we also need to sew the pockets, drawstring channels, and etc. Okay, let's start with the drawstring channels and the handle here, and I'm going to also singe the ends of the poles here. The D-ring tabs. I did order more D-rings the other day because I was realizing that I was low on the gold. I think I got gold and... I just got gold because it's like we have... Like the black is satisfactory enough for anything that's gunmetal and black. What did I end up getting? Can't remember. Anyway, but we got a bunch of zippers on the way. Zipper pulls. I did order more zipper pulls for the 3 as well because I was like, all right, get those tax write-off, Katie, for 2024. So they hopefully will be getting shipped out here. I'm pretty sure these just all need, well, that one definitely needs gold. Strawberries will be black, and actually the black cats will be black as well. Easy. Okay, so drawstring channels first. Move it up a little bit. This doesn't need to be like a construction length. It just... Oh, right, and then... Okay, underneath and across we go. And we'll do, what I do is the same as what I do with zipper pull, zipper tabs, that we actually do this. And in. I told Dallas that I was going to be done at 7:30, and I'm literally just sitting down to the sewing machine right now. Hey. Oh well. Like I said, oh shoot, I should prep the leather too so that we can just like tick along with this. Okay, so we're gonna need 2 pieces of black and a piece of brown. All right, one moment. Oh, actually I think, wait, where is the leather bin? I think the leather bin might be right here. It is. Success. So I don't even have to go that far. I am also currently in prep for a shop update for Boxing Day sale. It'll be Boxing Days. I'm not going to do a full week, but it'll be like not only going to hold it on Boxing Day. I guess online, it's not as big a deal. But it's one of the few things I agree with the whole shift that's recently been made in the shopping culture of like more than one day for Boxing Day, please, so that we don't have to like deal with those freaking crowds. Alright, there's a nice piece of brown. And since I didn't host a Boxing Week sale, I'm hoping that it kind of caps our year off nicely. I'm extremely close to my revenue goal, so I'm like, yes, please. Fingers crossed for me, please. Even if you can't purchase from me, please, fingers crossed. Okay, it looks like I do actually need to cut some new black straps because I don't see any in here that are long enough. Lovely. Okay. Let's see. I can definitely get at least one out of that one. Maybe 2. 1. Okay. That one's too short, Katie. You keep looking at it. It's too short. And 2. There we go. All right. Sweet. And then I have leftover connectors or labels from the bags that we didn't finish for Heritage Park. Oh, I need 3. Oh yeah, okay. 1 brown, 2 black. That's right. Okay, sweet. So I'm just gonna go in with my shears here and cut it. I'm gonna make sure my glue stays upright because I can just get the rest of it out of that betel, hopefully. Okay, so 1 cut. Actually, I wonder. Yeah, it's actually straighter down this side, so I'm going to justify it to this side. If I actually use some clips, that would be the smart plan, to be honest. Okay. I'm going to clip this to here. Like that. Down. 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 And then I'm going to trim here. Right? Yep. And actually, what I did last time that worked really well, and I'm forgetting about, is I just took my seam ripper and basically drew a line. Then I just trimmed along that line and it acted like a score mark. So let's do that for this one. Then I can take this off sooner rather than later. Yeah, perfect. Or as good as it's going to get, sort of thing tonight. That's fine. Okay, go, go, go. And yes, I do actually have a strap connector for cutter for this, but since we're only doing we're cutting from scraps first off, and we're only doing and we're doing basically the fussy cutting for the actual bags. That's why I'm going to just use the shears. Because in this case, mostly just as good. There we go. Sweet. All right, get this sorted for the angle on this end. Just make sure that there's no big deviances. Nope, we're good. Just need a little bit more angle there. Then we're going to use this for the next sounding board test cut, the next cut basically. Okay. I'm going to clip it here. Hello, welcome to the stream. We totally just broke a clip. Goodbye, clip. If you're just joining, please let me know if you have any questions. More than happy to chat and have this whole chaos directed. So let's see if we're actually getting the multi-stream today. I cannot tell, to be honest. Hopefully we are. If you are celebrating the holidays, I hope you guys are all having a good holiday season. I know it's kind of weird because it's so the kids are still in school right now and we're not really finished until Friday, but then they have the whole week off, and it's really interesting because it's the holiday starts on Monday, but then Christmas is until Wednesday, I think. I don't even know. Yeah, Wednesday, that's right, because today's the 18th. All right. Last one I scored. This one we're just going to cut along because, apparently that's what we're doing. I don't know. I make the rules sometimes. Do I follow the rules? Hell no. It's always the mantra, right? So, okay, so that should be all the prep work done now. I was wait, we should do this while I'm thinking about it so I don't have to worry about it later. Because I was just mentioning, I told my husband else that it's going to be downstairs and done at 7:30, and it is currently already 10 to 8, and I'm just starting sewing. The focus is going to be the tiger bag because my friend wants that for Christmas. Her grandma's buying it for her, and she's coming out on Saturday to pick it up, so I should focus in on that one, but I'm pretty sure I can get all these done tonight. Yeah. Famous last words though, right? I do not want it. I want to be in upstairs by 8:30 at the latest. Oh God, that's only half an hour. We're definitely not going to finish all of these in half an hour. Because I could always come back downstairs tomorrow night too. Anyway, if you're worried about the last guaranteed stream portion of that title, that's just letting you know that this is the last one that I'm for sure going to be on. I am going to be trying to be on at least somewhat over the Christmas break. Kiddos are out of school from next Monday to January something 2nd, I think. But we need to also prep for Polka Dot Creek, or the Creekside Yarn Festival in January, and stuff and feathers, fluff and feathers. yeah, just generalized, like, I gotta clean up. That will not be happening on stream. But that'll actually probably be one of my big tasks while the kids are at home. Gotta finish up my taxes. Ugh. Basically just making sure I've got all my invoices gathered. I think I actually entered the majority of it. But, there's a few things missing, like my Pecana receipts and stuff like that. So, all right. There is that complete. Now we need to do the basting stitch. Okay. I did go, so I don't know what was up, but Sunday, this is part of why I'm behind. I was like super nauseous, woke up just, well, didn't even wake up, went to bed like just like, felt like I was going to barf my guts out. So made sure I had the puke bowl, all of that. Did I take, and I think I took some Gravol or something, like some ginger Gravol, because I was just like, no, we're not messing with this tonight. Settled down enough that I actually slept, but it was like, I also woke up on Sunday. I was just like, this is not good. So I don't know what's up. It's been on and off for like, was on and off for the past week, but it was like, oof. And everything disagreed with everything. Why are you basically gathering? It doesn't matter because it's not like we're back stitching it, but it did not do that on the last round. Maybe I need to, I don't know. Need to start the winding of the white thread that still needs to be wound from the bobbin here, so let's do that. There we go. Oh, I did get the super secret kits done for Ancient Arts Yarns. They've posted them to their website, and it's a super cute little squirrel bag with a whole kit for a colorwork cowl. There's a gray with a like blue background cowl, just very lightly off-white with an off-white background cowl, and then one that is called Pyrite, which is a very nice warm golden, like fool's gold color, gold, mustard gold, whatever you want to call it. It's really pretty. Let me actually get that link and post it here. Hey. We've been having some issues with our family chat on, like, it's been weird. It's like not working. So we just started a new one, so we'll see if that works or not. All right, here we go. So there is the link to the kit. I need to actually make sure to also do the things of like sending out a newsletter about it. Actually, that would be helpful. So anyway, it's super cute. Caroline, who is the dyer for Ancient Arts Yarns, designed the cowl. We picked out the fabric when we were in Tokyo together in May of 23. So just been like a really nice kind of throwback to that. 100% a cursed project. We're both very happy to see the back of it. As terrible as it is to say, it's just like a non-ending, just like little cat problems. It was 100% a cat problem project, and neither of us get it. Like, I misplaced. So we started this last year, and we decided, oh, am I out of bobbin thread? No. I just decided to break and pull there. Alrighty, let's come here, my pretties. We don't really need this stitching. It's mostly just to hold it in place when so it's like easier to sew down without having to worry about all the layers. But it doesn't need to be perfect either, although it does need to be flatter than this. Okay. Why are you all warbly? Do we need to change the needle? No, me. I don't think we do. And it did the edges fine. Anyway, yeah, it was like, so it's back to the scroll bags, whatever. We'll get this sorted out. It was like, last year we decided we were going to do 30 bags, all of that, blah, 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 blah. Went to actually sew it. And I was like, holy shit, I've only got 21 bags here. Caroline had 3, so we had 24 total. How the hell did I lose 6 bags? I still don't understand it. Then I was like finishing off. I was like, la, 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 la. Let's get this finished. We're almost there. Blah, blah, blah. All the happy things. And it was like, and I was like, this is taking for fucking ever. Like, why? It turns out that I actually did have 30 bags or 27 to finish. And I'm like, I told you guys, I have some sort of mischief maker down in the studio, and it is not my children. So yeah, so they appeared right at the very end as I'm like finishing. I'm like, okay, that's weird for sure. And also, what the hell? Whatever, we got 30 bags. And then it was just like, and then, yeah, I went to deliver them to her. And we went and did a bunch of other errands, like delivered the bags, went and did errands. And then I got home and one was sitting on the step. Just chilling. Amazon had walked by it for their deliveries for the day and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, what the hell is going on? So it's just like stupid things like that. It was just like, what? Yeah, we're done. This project needs to be into the world and out of our hands. It was apparently extremely anxious and not to be out in the world, I guess. We're going to go with that. It's just like, what else can go wrong? The count thing was weird. That was probably the strangest part of that whole project. Like, how do I lose 6? I know. I am notoriously messy. However, I had them in the whip bin, and I've had them in the whip bin since we decided to pause on it last year. So it's just like, where would they have gone? Did the cats eat them? Like, obviously they were there, but I kept missing them in my counts. It's just like, holy shit. Because, yeah, that would have been 2 bags missing per color. It's like, what the hell? Anyway, there are kits available with pattern. The pattern is available if you've already got the yarn. Or, and this is what we would love the most, obviously, and especially my biased opinion is, you need to go buy the bag with the kit. It's a Woodland Whimsical Cowl. And if you're in the Calgary area, they are still offering pickup before Christmas. Because, we know our clientele. If you have a manfolk in your life who does last minute gifts, there you go. All right, I gotta grab D-rings. That's what I'm getting up for. Okay, I don't need to get what? Oh my god. Folks, I am out of practice apparently. And also out of like everything else too. Did I use up all the gold ones when I was doing the shit? There's literally one left. Oh, god damn it. Really? Okay, one moment. Alright, I literally have one gold and one gold D-ring and one triangle gold left. Like, what the hell? Okay, so I guess it's black. Jesus. Alright, well, that's annoying. Good thing I put an order in for flipping gold D-rings the other day. Alright, well. Sorry, Tara, apparently you're ending up with black. That's fine. It's a good neutral, and it'll be fine. fine. She probably, honestly, won't care. She just wants the bag. It's going to be her purse. So, actually, or do I have... No, because I only prepped the white ones. Okay, cool. That's fine. All right, what is... Felt like something was on my slipper, and I'm like, what is going on here? Okay, so we got the drawstring channels prepped and good. All of this needs to go over here because we're not working with it right now. Anyway, and then... Okay, so this is for a large box bag that's on order. All right, I was going to do this. We're going to go back down to a construction length. You know what? We're just going to focus in on this tiger. I will finish everything all else off this week, hopefully. But, you know, Dallas just got home last night. So let's get the most pressing one done, and then we'll go from there. I'll just give him a heads up to maybe give me a text. He's doing bedtime tonight, so I will work until bedtime is done. Haha, the best deal for me. And we should be able to get this one mostly done. If I have to pull drawstrings, whatever, who cares? Okay, so we're gonna stitch. Normally this one I would stitch with white, but we're not swapping colors multiple times tonight, and I think that's fine. Okay, I do need... Oh, good God, where is the pattern? That is the other question. Kato. And not all the photos of the Kato. Oh, God. Kind is PDF. Yes, there it is. It was like, do you want the photos? And it's like, no. Give me the thing. Okay. Yeah. Just give me the pattern. That's too, no, that's right. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew the pockets, and then we're going to sew the pockets, and then we're going to do the other things. What we're doing, I don't, who knows? Can anyone help? I'm not actually expecting you to help, especially if you're watching this later. Hi, future people who are watching this. Don't worry. I kind of know what I'm doing, maybe. I've only been sewing for 12 years, so, you know, almost 13. 12 and a half right now, I guess. And have literally sewn thousands of items. So, I did fussy cut. So, that was the other thing. I know I put aside fabric for her bag. 100% I did. For the life of me, I could not find the fabric that I put aside for it. I did, however, still have fabric that I had set aside for a tote bag. So that's where we're at. We're using that. So I was like, that's also part of what took extra time to get down and like to the sewing portion of this was, not being organized, which I know. We're right at the end of the like show season. I wrapped up with Heritage Park 2 weeks ago, and then last week was just a complete disaster because I was like, okay, I gotta get photos done so that we can actually have an update before Boxing Day. Which photos are done. Photos include so restocks have happened, or a restock has happened at Market Spot and Market Mall. They've got actually about half of what I made for the for mini traveler slings, and they do have a lot of the new totes as well. Dallas and I went and checked on them today, and they are already selling, so that is nice because I only dropped them off last Tuesday. Not at an insane amount, but I was a little bit worried that I was going to be too late for like Christmas shopping, but apparently we're good. So if there was one that you had your eye on while I was sewing, check in with me. I might still have it, or it might be at Market Spot. And if it's at Market Spot, we can always try to figure out a way to get it to you anyway, I'm sure. I'm sure if you called them up and was like, I need this Atelier Nikozuki bag, they would not say no to the sales. So, and obviously neither would I. But, yeah, so Heritage Park was interesting. Lots of foot traffic. Holy crap. I've never been at an event with so much foot traffic. The foot traffic did not reflect the sales, which was a little bit disappointing. Very well organized event. Nothing that I can say against the market itself. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who did very well. I'm pretty sure Christmas markets have never been my niche ever since I started. And even as I've expanded my wares, it might start to be, but right now it's still not. It's still the knitting community, because you guys, if you are knitters or crafters in general, are amazing. And I appreciate that a lot. There was nothing snide or anything like that. And there was definitely a couple that came up, and it was like, one, it was actually super. So who I did talk to, there was actually no grumpy people. The energy of it was really good. Even if they were not there to shop, like, it was a really good event. Everyone was, just like in a good mood and all of that, which also counts for something too. And I made back my table fee. So that also is like, I'm not at a loss, so it's just fine. Just glad that I'm not doing the last 2 weekends. And I'll remember that in future. Just go as an attendee. But, the interactions I had with people there was like really awesome. And, probably a couple of the best ones. It was like one, I saw people like looking, and one of the guys they came around, and I was like, oh, are you looking for something specific? And he goes, yeah, my wife's a crocheter. And I nod and kind of get a grin, because he's got a story to tell. And he's like, her yarn is in this like open top bag, which is not a big deal, but the dog gets into it and takes it all around the house. And I'm like, yep. And because what they were excited about is that bags had zippers. And I'm like, yes. And I was like, that is exactly what these are. Like, she is if you had to exactly describe my clientele, she is the clientele. All of them. I was like, my main market's knitters and crocheters. But yeah, it was just funny listening to it. It's just like, yep, you're describing my like exact client. So, that was really funny. I think that was one of the better, like, best interactions of the weekend. So, just because it was just so perfect. So they bought, because what they were looking for is that they wanted a bag that had was big enough to hit or fit the red heart and stuff like that, as far as I could tell. So obviously the tote bag is the best option for that. What happened to... Guys, I pulled frickin' lining for these. I swear. I'm gonna go grab more, apparently. One moment. Where did it go? Okay, so apparently, according to the loose pieces that were on top, I had left it in the cutting studio. Did not take you into the cutting studio because honestly, it is embarrassing in there right now. It's really bad. Okay, that looks like it is still other stuff happening. Okay. Right, because Dallas will buzz through. Let's just double check that that is the correct width. That is the correct width. And that it is approximately the correct height. It is approximately the correct height. Excellent. All right. And you may be like, Katie, why? And I will answer that. We got to sew the pockets onto the lining fabric. Which means we need to cut the squares. Yes, is warbly, but that'll get taken out when I'm actually sewing it together. That's easy enough to do. At least that's what I tell myself. Squares need to be cut out of here, cut out of here, cut out of here. Actually, if I square it up to itself right now, that's probably the better option, because then everything is nice and is actually easy. Okay, except that I do want it justified this direction. And then we'll just trim it down so that it matches here. Anyway, I have started returning. I don't know. I dropped off the gym a bit. I find going to the gym one of the hardest things to motivate myself with right now, because it's just, especially when I was in the throes of prepping for shows and everything like that, because it's just like, it's like one extra thing on top of the running, and it's just like, oh. Actually, I just realized what I'll do next year is I will pause my membership over the summer, and then I can do the quick 20 to 30 minute workouts in the garage, because we do have a set of dumbbells. Maybe I'll do that. I think we're gonna set up or attempt to like add a weight bench and maybe a bar in the next couple of years, because then I could just cancel my gym membership completely. But right now I still need to go because I need the squat rack, and like I need to lift heavier things that I have at home. Doing the home workouts is like really good for those days where it's just like, oh hell no, this is not happening. But it is, yeah. Anyway, went to the gym today. Felt actually really good. Felt really strong. I went up in a number of my weights, which is awesome. When Dallas started seeing physio for his knee, one of the big things that the physio suggested for runners, and actually I've seen this a lot on social media since I'm not actually working with a trainer, but sound advice all around is that do the unilateral exercises, so the one-legged. So basically I do squats, and then everything else I do one-legged. So one-legged leg press, so that'll work the quads individually. And the idea of that is that if you have a muscle imbalance, it'll give you it'll help work out those muscle imbalances. So leg press, prone leg curl, which works the hamstrings and the calves, which I did go use the track at our like center the other day, and yeah, that's exactly what was complaining. I was like, no. I'm in so much trouble for Calgary Marathon. By the way, that is not an accurate countdown date. It is definitely under 170 days. I didn't even think to change that. I know it's 32 days it's 32 days until I start training for it, so that's fun. Dallas went and ran outside today, and I'm like, oh God, I'm glad I didn't do that, because it's like minus 12 plus a wind chill. He said basically as he was returning, the wind was coming out of the north. He was like almost at a standstill, and I'm like, nope. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to see a lot of that track this winter, because it's like a nice change, because it's moving forward. Treadmills are perfectly fine if you don't have access to a track, because honestly, training is whatever training you can get is still training. But I think I'm going to see a lot of that track over the winter. I think mostly for my short runs, because then I'm not doing my short runs on the treadmill. Short being relative, I have no clue what this program is going to look like. It's completely different from anything I've done before. Well, it's not completely different. Yeah, it's different from what I've done before. Completely different? That might be hyperbole, but pretty damn close. Yeah. whatever the shorter lengths are, I think I'll go do on the track just so that I'm not like burning out my shows. And then I'll do my long runs on the treadmill because I am not running outside in the winter time. Dangerous, cold. Ugh. I love running outside, but no. Oh, that was the cat. I thought my phone was making noise. I'm like, my phone barely comes off of silent. So what's going on? What else happened? There's been a lot this week. It's like one of those weeks where a crap ton of stuff happened. Because I did actually get to the gym twice last week. Because I was like, okay, get to the gym twice and then do like an at-home all body. I did not do the at-home all body, but I did get to the gym twice. I did upper body and I did legs. Today was leg day again. Obviously, I need to do some more leg days, especially in the next like month before I start actually marathon training. But yeah, it's like one of those weeks where like stuff happened. I got lots of shit done. Do I remember what it is? No. It's so weird. Oh, I guess because one of those, like a couple of those days were errand running. One day was just head down getting those squirrel bags done. By the way, if you're curious, the squirrel bag link is in the chat right now. It's a cowl kit with Caroline of Ancient Arts Yarns. Super cute. Super neat to get out of the house because apparently the Mischief Makers really liked it for both of us. Very excited to be in the world. And actually there's only 3 of the white ones left. So if you're thinking about it, snag it sooner rather than later. Yeah, but it was like, so yeah, there was that, I guess. Kids wrapped up on gymnastics this week. Well, like last Thursday. We're actually going to go, we have a free day tomorrow. So now we're going to go do some other stuff. What else? Yeah, I don't know. And then I ended up feeling sick on Sunday. So that took most of the day, all day. And just tired. I don't know. I think I was probably still catching up from like being up so goddamn late for Heritage Park. So one of the things I definitely have decided on is it's like, it is not worth killing myself for stuff like craft markets. And so the top 3, kill myself 100%, head down, have to do all of the stuff, is Dawson Creek, Knit City, and Omat City. Those are kind of also in the levels of Knit City beats out Dawson Creek for revenue, but Dawson Creek actually tied some of my Knit City years last year, or this year. But yeah, those will be the kill myself ones, and then the rest of it, we'll just try and float it along with what I have remaining, hopefully in stock in between. I am hoping to expand a couple of my, into a couple more markets next year, but they are going to be Fibre specific or Japanese community specific. I really want to do that NJCA event in November if I'm not fucking sick. And what was the other one? Vibrations out on the island. I'm hoping that I'll put my application in and all I can do is hope that they accept me. Who knows? Who knows? We can hope that they will. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. And I applied for OdaFest, so we'll see if that leads to anything as well. But otherwise, we're going to tick along with events that we've already done. One of the new ones is there is going to be a mini market with the Canmore Retreat with the Knit Girls in February, and so I have been invited to that, which is super exciting. So we've got a really full calendar. I need to actually update the website and add that on. And I know there's a few other opportunities that with this year, it just didn't work out for me to do. So mostly with actually the Japanese shrine that is in Calgary. So hey, there we go. That's exactly where I need to be, right? As per this discussion. So let's see. If you know of any local stores local to you that are looking for wholesalers, particularly in the fiber arts realm, please let me know in the comments or in the You can DM me on Instagram, especially if you have their profile or any other kind of like contact options. I'm always looking for new wholesalers. I can take on some new ones right now, I hope. Lead times are currently pretty low. We can balls to the walls some wholesale if we need to. And I always, well, not always right now, there is not, but typically I have a fairly large back catalog with like what's remaining from show stock, which is part of why I do go so hard on it when I'm making, because then it's like, okay, now I just got all this stuff to post. If you missed my earlier announcement, I do have a lot of stock upcoming here. I will send an email out, a newsletter out when it is ready. I am aiming to have it all in for this weekend, and then we'll have a Boxing Days sale. I think, what did I say? Yeah, we're going to do it from the 26th to the 31st. So, and then if you have a late month payday or anything like that, it hopefully hits that as well. All right, chaos critters are heading to bed. I can hear them. They're all upset because they're like, we want mama. And it's like that. Dawson's like, mama's downstairs. They're usually so delighted that Dallas is home. Kids. Okay. I do have a ruler here, but I have my ruler that I've got marked somewhere. Did I throw it in here because I was being efficient? Or did I chuck it over here? No. All right. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, I'm going to put it here because why not? Black D-ring into the bag. These are the only clips that I'll end up actually throwing in on the bag before we go in to put the drawstring on. There we go. One. So I'm thinking for... Actually, I need to make more Kato as well. I was looking at my stock at Heritage Park and I'm like, oh, no. They're fine. They're fine. But we need more Kato stock. So large box bags are more pressing because we have 3 large box bags. We do have more Kato bags, so I'm not as worried about them. But the first things first for the stocking in the new year is definitely going to be large box bags. And then we'll go in and we're going to do Kato bags. So I think Kato should be one of the big goals for Dawson. I do still really want to test out the waxed canvas for some of the other, well, for the Kato bag and for like other things, i.e. some like different patterns. We obviously still have quite a bit to do for traveler slings and for mini traveler slings and passport folders. I don't really want to pivot too hard on it to the large box bag. So I think maybe what we're going to do in the next few weeks is we're going to focus in on getting in the next couple weeks, because honestly the kids are home. So I'm going to be down here sewing anyway, so you just won't see a lot of it, but I am going to try and get a lot of I'm going to try and get the passport folders done and the traveler slings done, because we did end up getting all the minis done, which is super awesome actually. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. Right now I am literally talking out my ass because I have no clue what we're doing. I know we need large box bags. That's the extent of my knowledge right now. And we do need Kato bags, because what I was looking at, the Kato bags are all fine, but they're all very monotone, and so there's no reason to be like, no pizzazz to like pull the eye or anything like that. That's where I'm at with the Kato bags. So yeah, I think that's where I was trying to get. The other thing is that, oh, there's also a pop-up with Caroline February 1st. So yeah, I've got a lot Good Lord, we've got a lot to prep for. We do not have anything in March. So March is just going to be, and I'm just going to tell Dolls this, that it's just going to be balls to the walls, like sewing, like head down, get it done, because April's going to be nutso. I'll know at the end of January, early February if I'm into Otafest, which is good too. And then it'll be, what else is there? Otafest. Nothing in March. April is Fibre Shindig and the Hanami Popup. We've already agreed that we're going to do the Hanami Popup with Ancient Arts again. And then Dawson Creek. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Now I am using a little bit of the left of the navy that I have left. Yeah, because I do. I'm not bringing the navy back into stock. It is a little bit lighter than what I normally work with. It's fine, but I don't like it. I prefer the body of the black that I buy from the supplier in Quebec. But I did not want to commit to 10 meters of it. So I bought from my supplier in Calgary, and it's not the same. Surprise. But like, it's really not the same. I'm like, oh, this is annoying. Anyway, I have a little bit left. It'll probably pop up in a few projects over the summer. And maybe we'll use it for lining for some passport folders. It's fabric. It's fine. It'll get used. Oh, shit. No, we can't do that yet. We got to do we're very close to being able to do that. But what we need to do first is put the handle in. I told her that I was going to do a brown leather handle. This is a pull-up leather. So what that means is that when you fold it over, it goes lighter. And then as it the fold goes away, it goes back to this darker brown. Which tiger do we... I think this tiger needs to be on the front, which means I'm going to put the handle on this side. She is left-handed. Oh, but I always hold these in my left hand anyway, so I don't know how she'll carry it exactly. I'm pretty sure she's using it with a strap. She does not need a strap. I did ask her that. So I'm pretty sure it's fine. Whatever. So we're going to... Oh, shit. I should ask if she even wants the wristlet then. Oh, no, I did. Hey, what? I'm sewing your bag. Okay, I'm just going to ask her because there's no point in putting it in if she's not going to use it. Although that doesn't kind of mess up the whole get this shit done. Okay, well, what can I do in between? I guess I could actually... Tara, answer quickly. I think she did. Let me see. She answered. Okay, yes, she does want it. Okay, good. She does want it. All right, so we're going to get this snugged up to the, excuse me, the ruler here, snugged up to the ruler on this side. La 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 la. Okay. There we go. Open it up. And now we actually need a crap ton more clips. I think I am going to baste the drawstring this time. I don't normally, But I'm feeling feisty, which means that we're going to behave ourselves and actually like follow the rules. Not the rules, the pattern. Yeah, like this. She's like, I don't remember what I told you either, but it sounds great, so. Sweet. Free reign. Love it when it's just like, use your creative, like, yeah, just go for it. Thanks, Tara. Okay. Ooh, that one needs to be into the bag. Because then when you like have the bag open, you've got this tiger face staring at you. Yeah. Now I do know that I have more of this fabric left, but these were the pieces that I found. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, it was like I was looking for the pieces that I had set aside because I knew I was making this bag because she's had it on request for quite a while. And could not for the life of me find them. So we cut up the tote bag. It's fine. There is enough that I can do like pretty much anything I want with what's left. So it was more just don't cut anything else out of it until you have this project done was the rule to myself. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. I was like, wait, nope. We only want one line. We will end up having 2 lines of stitching through the leather anyway, but we really only want 1 line of stitching because the more stitching you put into leather, the weaker it gets. 1 will be top stitching though, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, I'm going to stitch the bottom here. The nice thing is even with all the faffing about, this is still falling within the time period that I typically like my knitting bags to fall into, which is about an hour's worth of work. Yes, I did have to cut and interface this, but we did also faff around and cut those down and like sew the drawstring channels and cut the leather for 3 bags. And so yes, we're at an hour right now, but that's not all specifically on this bag. They probably take me about an hour and a quarter right now, given that I still have to also we obviously still have to finish it. But also it's like I need to also glue the logo on and put the drawstring in, which realistically probably about an hour and a quarter total. Should actually go in and retime myself on these things because I definitely time myself when I'm first making it because I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta make sure that like it fits in, which it did at that point. But I should technically be faster. I hope I'm faster. What if I'm not? Does it matter if I'm not? Not really. Anyway. Okay. I think this is going to be a case of the lining is definitely going to be on the we're going to be sewing the exterior from the outside. That's what it is. Because it is a tight fit, which is fine. It means that I'm not going to have a baggy lining. However, it does lend itself more to more like wrinkles. So we're just going to flip this, which means that, oh no, the clips are done actually the right way. Yay! Incidental wins. Okay. So what I mean by this is that means that hopefully if we do have any crinkling, it ends up actually happening on the interior where you're less likely to see it. Do we want it to wrinkle? No. If it wrinkles, do we want it on the interior versus the exterior? 100%. And that just means that there's a little bit extra fabric. It could be that like my seam allowances don't match perfectly. There's like, it's handcrafted. There's a million different reasons. These are all cousins, not twins. Is it? Even sisters, not twins. So, yeah, the nice thing is that you're not going to be like comparing 2 side by side, hopefully, or at least not for measurements. And honestly, sometimes I find that just switching the direction that you're sewing it usually sorts it out, so I'm not that worried about it. which I did this time. So there we go. I was worried about zilch. Nada, nothing, not a wrinkle in sight. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I also had Smutty Book Club. I finished the book. I don't know if it would have been one that I would have finished if I hadn't had a book club about it, to be blunt. It was The Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. I really enjoyed the book. Here's the wild thing. I really enjoyed the book. I think it was really well written. I think that I really liked the characters. I particularly liked the female lead. She was not a pushover. She was not TSTL, too stupid to live. The male character was decent. Could have been better, yeah, but whatever. That's moot point. My big complaints were the book edged you so long. There was so much. I love UST, which is so if you're not a fanfic reader, that used to refer to as unresolved sexual tension. UST. I love it, typically. But this one was like done. Oh, it drove me mad. And then it was like and then there was so much time spent in one area that the area she was obviously much more interested in was basically skipped over, which was wild. I was like, why? You were obviously more interested here. Why didn't you plot to stay here? And then it suddenly ended. It was like, all right, now we're done. See you. It's like, what? It was very abrupt ending. So it's just, I don't know, 3.5 out of 5. I know that doesn't sound like it's that terrible. It's like 70%. But it was like, I have read some stuff recently, even within the smut, like romantasy category, that was better. Would I read it again? No, probably not. I don't know. I'm second guessing that one because, so here's the thing. It also gave me a lot of vibes of Sorcery of Ravens, which is a Margaret Rogerson book, and I adore Margaret Rogerson. Sorcery of Ravens is 100% YA fantasy romance, which means there is no on-page sex. God, they like, yeah. Throne of the Fallen is not. It is definitely smut. Just not enough of it, I guess. Anyway, it was good. The actual book club was good, so I'm excited about that. It was my sister-in-law who invited me, which you think would be awkward, but it was fine. And this month we are doing, or for January, it's the 2 Rebecca Yarros books, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, in preparation for February, which will be the 3rd book in the series, Onyx Storm. So I did listen to these over the summer. I don't have a glowing review for it either. I am listening to them again though, because the book club is, if you buy the book from the shop, the book club is free. If you don't, if you get it from the library or have it from another source or already have it, it's $5. So I was just like, well, I already own them, so I may as well just re-listen to them. First book was actually more solid than I remember it being. The second book, I'm like, what is going on? It's like, the main conflict is not the war, it's the fact that they can't fucking just have a conversation. She's all about, I need to trust him, and then, and they keep bringing this up. She keeps keeping secrets to herself, too, and it's like, I don't know. It's something. I actually didn't plan to read the 3rd one, but whatever. I will. They're actually doing a midnight release party for it, but it's expensive. The book is already expensive because it's a hardcover in Canada, but then they're charging for the party too, and I'm like, no. I'll just get the book. Actually, I asked for it for Christmas from my mother-in-law. It's like, this is the next book club book for me. If you would like to go support our bookstore, please. All right. There she is done. Look at that. Well, besides drawstrings. It's so fucking gorgeous. That turned out so nicely. Oh my God. I want it. Damn it. Damn it, Tara. Okay. Let's glue the tag onto it. And then, which one should we do next? Dallas hasn't texted me that. Actually, I should find out if Dallas needs help because I did hear they were making a fuss. So it might be time to go upstairs. And this was the one that I wanted to get done or had to get done. Yes, I need to get the other 3 done, but this was the gotta get it done tonight one. So, because like I said, she's coming on Saturday. My glue's probably going to be really cranky because it is cold down here. Oh God. It's cranky because there's a bunch of glue crap in the lid. Ah. All right. Squiz. I think that should be enough for one. I don't actually know how much of this glue to use. Usually because I do it with like 2 and then I rub them together and then we glue that onto the bag. It's usually like gloop it and then we'll spread it. But I don't know how much to do when it's just one logo label. Is this a flaw? 100%. Is it a red flag though? No. I do have a glue spreader though, so I don't have to do this with my fingers. Yeah, we'll use this side. Oh, it's getting thick. Ew, that stinks. Okay, gotta work fast because otherwise it's gonna. I don't know why I'm whispering. Gotta work fast though because otherwise it's going to like dry out on me. There we go. There, good. Get on here. Come on. Does Tara need a logo on her bag from me? Yes. No, she doesn't actually. But it's going to make it look more finished. And then if anyone asks, you can be like, it's my friend and here's her company name without having to like worry about it. Okay. I'm going to just check in with Dallas and I think he'll probably be okay with me continuing. All right, so we got 2 more of the interiors here. I'm just gonna assume he's okay. I don't hear any like more complaining from upstairs, so I will go. I'm gonna work for 14 more minutes until 8 o'clock. Yeah, there we go. Otherwise, I'll wrap at 9. Sweet. I think that's a good compromise. So I hope you guys have all had a. If not in fantastic 2024, at least a decent one. And if this year just needs to go die in a fire, I 100% understand that too. I get it. Some years are just like that. I have had, business-wise, it's been a really good year. Fucking busy, which is awesome. So thank you for all of the continued support. I'm super excited to see what 2025 brings us because, hey, it's always a new ball game, as 2024 100% proved to all of us as you've been watching. Goals for, obviously we'll end up with some like, okay, so the youngest is asleep. Yay. That's good. He's, that's usually, they're usually the harder one to get down, to be honest. Yeah, goals for, I want to get monetized. I want to get YouTube up to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And I think that might be in our grasp. We're gonna work hard on it. Well, we're gonna chug along with the live streams and everything like that. I hope what I need to do is I need to do a little bit more, I think, of in the shorts category. Yeah, and we're working towards getting back to Japan for 2026. So that is the revenue goal for next year. Is Japan. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't pinned that down yet. Like I said, I'm extremely close to my goal this year. I'm like within 5%. So that's like, it was not a huge growth goal, but considering that we ended up not going out to Vancouver and like there's a bunch of other factors in it, I'm very pleased with what ended up happening. Yeah, like I can't complain. So, and that is all. Thank you to my customers, because obviously, if you didn't buy my stuff, I wouldn't be here. All right. Let's see if I can get through 2 more bags. Actually, 2 more bags is probably about another hour to an hour and a half of work, so I probably won't. You know, we can hope and dream, right? We can hope and dream. There's nothing wrong with that. This is actually some of the last of this pink piano cat fabric. I say some of the last. It's the last of the bag fabric. I think we might be able to do a gyoza bag. Oh no, because we cut the full Kato out of that. So yeah, this is it. And then there's going to be like some accessory stuff from it. So nothing too insane left. All right, we are going to go in and do the pockets, and then I will top stitch them. And yeah, pockets, and then we'll do all the top stitching, and then we'll stitch them into the lining. And you know what? We may be able to get these done. Maybe not before 9. Dawson's just like, go ahead and sew. So I'm like, okay. I don't want to be too late tonight, though. Okay. Flippy flip. That's not what we need, because we need to sew the pockets first. Pockets first. Pockets first. We need to sew the pockets first. All right. Fold them in half and then smash them under the machine. No, we don't clip anything here. Well, we clip some stuff. We don't clip pockets like this. There. Off we go. Whee! Boom. Wrong way. This way. Yay! Because it's selvage. Like, selvage edge is the full edge. Is the edge that's folded. The folded edge is the selvage edge. There we go. Zoom. Off we go. Hurry, scurry. Yay, we did it. I did it. We all did it. Because I know that you're totally cheering me on. Ooh, I am almost done my one piece of holiday knitting this year. I got a stocking I got to finish for my youngest, because we pulled the stockings out and they were like, where's my stocking? Because I've been like I've been working on them for the past 4 years, but I am like spitting distance, less than spitting distance from the end of this last stocking. They're all colorwork stockings. They're all by Ursula Almeida. My eldest has the fingering weight rocking horse, which otherwise I would have had to re-knit another stocking, and I'm just like, no, I'm not here for it. Because I had actually knit 2 already, but then I looked at them and I'm like, I don't like them very much. Well, okay, the one I finished for Dallas ended up having like a lot of issues with tension, and I'm like, nope, don't like it. So I swapped to, actually Caroline gifted me some Hurley DK for them, and so I've knit 3 of the 4, or I'm knitting the 3rd of the 4th of the 4th out of the Hurley DK, and then 1 is out of Jameson and Smith, the fingering weight one, which is the rocking horse one. Does the color match exactly? No. Is it going to bother me? I guess we'll find out. I don't think so, because I really don't want to have to knit another one if I don't have to. Okay, there we go. Blink. Oh, why am I doing a construction length? Oh, well, whatever. Okay, we're doing construction length top stitching for these for these two at least. Then we'll go up to the longer length for the other ones. Oh my god. Maybe I do need to be done sewing. Hello, Wendy. Merry Christmas. I hope this season has been treating you well. I'm glad to see you because this is the last, like, guaranteed one before the end of the year. I am going to try and get on after the kids are in bed, but that has been so hit or miss recently that I'm just like, I don't want to promise anything I can't deliver on. So, you know, I might pop in on and off over the next couple weeks, but mostly I'm probably going to end up just being kind of quiet. Gotta do a shop update. Everyone has been doing pretty good. Kids have a little bit of a runny nose, but they're at that age where it's like, when do they not have a runny nose, to be honest? Yeah, it's cold. Not as cold as when you saw me last. We were like minus 12. We're not minus 20 at least, so. But it's chilly. I'm just trying to, there was some custom orders I need to wrap up on, and I'm trying to get everything finished before Friday, basically. We did get the one big one finished, so I'll pull it up here and I'll show you in a second. It's the tiger bag. Because my friend's grandma's going to buy it for her for Christmas. It was actually a request. So this is Tara. She's the one who's helped me a lot. And it turned out gorgeous. Oh, that's actually better than when I showed it earlier anyway. Brown leather handle, black D-ring with navy tabs because I'm apparently out of gold. And then the navy canvas bottom, which I am not keeping in stock. We're just going to be doing the black bottoms from now on. Well, we got to use up the charcoal. There's a little bit of charcoal left. But, yeah. And then kind of what I'm going to try and get into the queue. I was just discussing this earlier. We got a busy first half of this year. We got a busy year already next year. It's like just getting slammed. And so the first things we're going to work on is large box bags. And then, yeah, we're going into the Kato. We already have a lot of these Kato cut, which is the best part of this whole situation. Because we ended up not getting as many finished for whatever I was sewing them for. What was I even frickin' sewing them for? Whatever. We cut a bunch for Dawson, and then I only got a certain amount done. So we're going to finish off that crop. I was looking, I think I even need to cut more large box bags. Because, were you here for that? But I ended up having an order come in, and I had a whole bunch of stock issues, because apparently I must not have taken Caroline's last order out or something. Who knows? Something happened. So I'm down to 3 large box bags. So that'll be the first thing we're sewing in the new year. And instead of pivoting directly to those, though, I do want to get the passport folders and the traveler slings finished. That didn't get done before Heritage Park. So, because we did get the reduced number of mini traveler slings done at least. And we got to get more of those done for Dawson as well, because those are new bags since I was there last year. So, choose your favorite beverage for 2025 and strap in, I guess. You get to join us for a full year of creative chaos now. Oh boy. Am I ready? I don't even know if I'm ready. I hope you all are ready because holy. There's going to be a lot of late nights this year, hey? Okay. Why is there canvas here? I think we're the Kato that are in the room. So we have to cut the large box bags because I was looking even in the large box bag bin, and there's only a few remaining. And I don't actually know if I'm going to finish them or if I'm going to repurpose them into other bags. I'll make a decision soon. I'm not overly stressed about it. But we need to go in and do another cutting spree for them at least, which means that we will have more Kato, then we can sew as well, but that's fine. What we'll do is we'll just pull the Kato bin for now, and that is what we'll sew for Kato. Dawson is April. So yeah, so right now we have Creekside Yarn Festival in January. We've got a pop-up with Ancient Arts Yarns on February 1st for their anniversary. We have a retreat market, yay, in Canmore, which will be open to the public as well, which is exciting. That's a change. That'll be open to the public. I don't have all the details right now, but I know it's the second week in, is it the second week in February? I think it's the second week in February. And then we don't have anything, thank fuck, in March. Then April is Shindig, Hanami, because Caroline and I have already started plotting Hanami, and also Shindig, Hanami, and Dawson. Then nothing for May right now, although that might change because I did apply for Odafest. June is also free right now, and I'm going to keep it that way because I need and then yeah, actually it's just like going straight balls to the wall for Knit City and Omat City. So the decision was Heritage Park, really good vibe, best foot traffic I've ever seen. For the number of bodies through the door, abysmal sales. I made my table back. I am happy with that. I made back my supplies. Table and supplies. So it's better than some of the markets I've done. But for a 2-day show, I've done far more at 1-day shows. So I kind of knew this. Christmas markets are not exactly what I like my market. So that's fine. We're not going to focus in on a lot of Christmas markets anymore. We'll be focusing in on Fibre shows, all of that. And Japanese community shows that become available or I become aware of. And that's good too, because that will cut down. And then the decision that I was making earlier that I discussed, but so you don't have to go back through replay if you weren't here, was that the shows that I'll kill myself for, i.e. we will be doing late nights probably for a few months in advance, are going to end up being Dawson, Knit City, and Omat City. Obviously not in that order, but that's kind of the gist for next year. Don't know what my revenue goal is next year. I've almost hit it this year. Very modest growth, which is awesome. So thank you if you bought anything from me this year or if you've supported me through the YouTube channel. That's also obviously helped. Not monetarily, but just like support-wise. You guys have kept me going this year. Yeah, it's going to be a nutso year again. Yeah, we'll cut. So what'll end up happening is that the Kato are, I think we've discussed this, the Kato are the back cuts of the large box bags. So they're going to get, basically we'll sew the rest of the ones that are remaining, and then we'll go in and we are going to, wait, what am I talking about? Where the fuck am I talking? Talking out my ass still, you know, as usual. That's not news. Yeah, because we're going to sew large box bags first. So this next couple weeks, I gotta tidy up the cutting studio because good Lord, I can barely get to my cutting table right now. And that is detrimental to being like cutting anything. So we'll cut large box bags. We're going to focus in on finishing off the Kato that we cut last year because that just got out of hand last year. I know it's good to be busy when I can keep my head straight. It's good to be busy. Hi, Andrea. I was wondering, how are you? I was like, I haven't heard from Andrea for a bit. I hope everything's okay. And if you don't want to spill your heart out on here, totally get it. And if you've just been lurking, also awesome. But I was like, huh. I figured you'd just been lurking. So. Yeah, I guess the big goal next year is make enough for Japan, because 2026 people, 2026. Oh God, I am so excited for that trip that I can already taste it. Almost. Actually, yes, I can taste it. Let's make gyoza tonight. So I can definitely taste it. Oh, good. Okay, good. Yeah, we've got well, maybe I wonder if he actually put it. He might have just made the filling, because honestly, the kids might have been disruptive. But and yes, so what we're gonna do, Andrea, is we're gonna clear out that Kato bin that's been lurking from last year, but we are gonna cut a bunch of large box bags, because we're down to 3. We're down to 3. When did that happen? Because we also finished the majority of the large box bags, which was nearly 100, the same as the small box bags. We did not actually finish full 100, but damn close. So, cat problems. Kato problems. Not yet. Large box bag problems, apparently. Okay, there we go. So yeah, but in the next couple weeks with the kiddos home from school, I'm going to tidy the studio, cutting studio. I want to clear off the desk on the side here. Definitely got to tidy up the cutting studio, because like I said, I can barely get to the cutting table, which, that's where we're going to have to do a lot of work in the next, and then yes, there hasn't been a lot sitting around, thankfully. I hope so. Bells is has anything been stolen? And I'm probably a couple, but not 50. I need to do my wrapped year and find out okay, I already know that one of the best sellers was the scissors this year. I don't know exact numbers, but it was in enough sales that it was just oh yeah, you sold a lot. So, but yeah, we're gonna first work on getting the studio tidied, getting passport folders done as well, because we didn't get those done for Heritage Park. And then we're going to get, then we're going to cut large box bags. I think cut and sew large box bags. When do I want them done? Probably want both of those. I'm going to want both of those done for that pop-up with Ancient Arts. And then I'm going to want, and for the Fibre retreat in Canmore. Okay. So there's the goals for those. And then we'll assess where we're at for bags after those two, because that'll be super early February. This retreat in Canmore, I think, is the 7th or 8th for the retreat market. And then we'll need to reassess and make for Hanami, Shindig, and Dawson. I know I'm repeating myself. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it into my head so that hopefully one of us remembers. Amongst us, right? One of us will remember. Oh. I do not mean to use you as external hard drives. That's why I'm talking it out loud. And I'm so glad she likes the scissors. Do you know what? One of my highlights at markets right now is people being what are these? And then I'm open them up. All mischievous. And they're oh, there's scissors! It's even if they don't buy them, it's such a good payoff. The non-monetary payoff of their delight over these scissors. More than often than not, they buy them anyway. But it's even if you don't, it's just such a good reaction. They are all restocked right now because I had a very sad stock at Heritage Park this weekend. Or 2 weekends ago. 10 days ago. Whenever that happened. What is time? Who knows? Okay. There is, I think we can. I know I said I was going to leave at 9, but I'm having fun, so no. Dallas hasn't texted me a Mayday yet. So if he texts me a Mayday, obviously it's like, all right, get out of here. But nothing yet. Let's get these done. I don't even know if these people still want these because I have taken so long to... Well, okay. I know Tara wants hers because she keeps asking for it. And she's been extremely patient. That's why we finished it first. But I'm like, I don't even know if these other ones want them anymore because they've been on the list for a while. But if they don't, the good news is we will have 2 Kato and a large box bag finished. So I'm not too worried about it. However, if you requested any large box bag or Kato at Knit City, I am currently working on them. There's a strawberries. There is the sassy cat or black cat on piano, and there is the fans on black currently getting sewn. Okay, with these can actually be sewn together, and then it'd be awesome if we can actually get these Kato finished tonight, even if we don't get the large box bag done. One small step towards finishing custom orders. Oh, right. And so I touted earlier in the if you do go back for the replay about a ginger stout cake. That's going to be the dessert I make for this year. I tend to be the dessert person because we do so for Christmas Eve. We spend Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with his parents. I'm no contact, so it's like, well, that makes Christmas easy. And so, but anyway, Christmas Eve is appy night, and then Christmas Day is like all the fixins. And for appy night, I'm usually the dessert person because they don't all have a sweet tooth. I am diabetic and have a sweet tooth, so I bring dessert to share because then I can eat it. No qualms. Less qualms. But anyway, it's this ginger stout cake, so it sounds like it's almost like gingerbread. But it's got a stout beer in it, and it's just, and then it's suggested to be served with a creme anglaise. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I think it's creme anglaise. C-R-E-M-E, and then anglais, like French anglais, A-N-G-L-A-I-S. I don't know. It looks like it seems like almost a mix between a pudding and not. It's a pourable pudding from what I can understand from the directions. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. Pourable pudding. And it looks delicious. I totally got enabled by Instagram and I am here for it. So it's even a company recipe. It's put out by Fleischmann's or our baking powder and like baking soda company. I was like, oh, whatever, as long as it's a good recipe. Everything makes sense. So I'm like, it should be tasty. I hope it's tasty. I've never made it before. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yes, that's custard. That is the word I'm looking for. And yeah, it's like you can pour it on the thing. I need to figure out if I need to make it, or if I can make it before, or if I have to make it day of, because I hope I don't have to make it day of. I want to do all the prep on Monday. We did get most of our shopping done today. We got I need to pick up punch ingredients because I forgot. Well, I kind of thought of it when we were out today, but I was like, I need to look up a recipe because we made punch when we had appy night with Dallas's friends, and the proportions were like off. So it's like I don't want to go out and buy it again and not have it set properly. I've never had sticky date pudding. This doesn't have dates in it. I don't know if I'm down for dates right now. We've got Amelia Bedelia Christmas story right now. And is she like a maid? She must be a maid. That's what, or like a housekeeper or something. Anyway, whatever her position is. I think it's maid, kind of. Housekeeper. Somewhere in there. And one of the instructions is to make a date cake. But she doesn't put the fruit in. She cuts up the calendar and puts dates in instead. The calendar. Oh, and I'm like, okay. kind of hilarious and kind of terrible at the same time. Okay. Now my machine is fighting me, so it's like, okay, let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's not even a video, it's just a picture. It's just kind of pooling. It's not whipped cream, but custard cream makes sense. That, like, I think that is probably the best description for it. It's like whipping cream. I think there's a couple of it's a cooked pudding, cooked cream pudding, but not pudding. Like, it's not thick enough for pudding. Granted, I'm pretty sure the last time I made pudding, it was like Jell-O packets. So who the hell knows? I'll try it. I'll post the recipe, and then I'll report back in the new year about how it went. But yeah, I've done stuff like, what was the best one recently was tiramisu brownies. Oh, they were so fucking good. So good. That was an Ash Baber recipe. So good. The base of it was like brownie, and then you had like the lady fingers and tiramisu on top of it. It's just, so good. I kind of want to make that again, but no, I want to do this ginger stout cake. Well, I want to do that again, but I don't want to do it for Christmas. There we go. I've bought a cake before. There's a Korean Japanese bakery in Calgary. Wow Bakery. If you're ever in the Calgary area, it's really good. And I bought a like Japanese strawberry shortcake, Japanese style strawberry shortcake. It was really good. What else have I done recently? I tried to do trifle one year. Middling success. Crepe cake was really good, but it was a shit ton of work, and I do not have the patience for it this year because it's just like endless numbers of crepes, but it was really tasty. The Phew, I guess, is kind of what the idea of it would be, I think. Ow. Like, touch those shears, and the pointy bit was like very pointy. Surprise. What else? Yeah. Dawson making gyoza. And then I always make a cheese ball. So like cream cheese with bacon and green onions. And then it's smothered in cheese whiz. And then I make it spicy. So I actually put cayenne pepper into it. It's really tasty as well. Nice and like the green onion. This was something that we ate all the time as a kid. So it's like, it's that recipe for me. But it's like a little bit brighter while still being like nice and like decadent. Mostly because of the green onion. Then you just like dip crackers or chips or whatever you want into it, which reminds me I need to go get crackers. Yeah. So. Okay. 1, 2. And then we can at least sew these exteriors together. Where are we at? It's 9:15. Okay, I'm stretching to 9:30. I know I said 9, but I'm so close. So close. I know the large box bag isn't done yet, but whatever. Maybe I'll sneak on again tomorrow night. I don't want to, but I do want to get these done. So at least getting these done will be better than nothing. Well, it's way better than nothing. Okay, and then I'll have to pull that drawstring through Tara's bag. Okay, let's trim up the wedges for this one. Honestly, we have started eating more Cheese Whiz recently because our youngest adores green beans with Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz is not my favorite product. Outside of cheese balls. I think the main thing with it is it's like you have to coat the cream cheese so that it doesn't dry out, right? So it's like that is the reason for the Cheese Whiz. And it also adds a nice like color to the actual like palette of the dish. I know you can buy them at stores too, but honestly, I haven't had one I've never actually had a store-bought cheese ball. I was at a friend's house for a mulling party the other night, and there was store-bought cheese balls there, but I could not reached them, and I was like, I'm going to make my own in a couple weeks. They didn't look that appealing. Sorry. There's a lot of other stuff on that table that looked a lot more appealing. Ooh, so since I've been talking about the calorie deficit and everything like that, did talk to my doctor. We have done a reduction in medication, a lot more than I anticipated. I thought we were going to go down. So I was on 60 milligrams of gliclazide, MR, so that's modified release. And then I was like, what I told her flat out is it's like, I'm trying to be in a calorie deficit, and it's like, I'm eating to keep my sugars up, because that's what I was doing. My sugars, like, fear of the drop overnight sort of thing. And I was like, can we drop it by like 15 milligrams? So I take 45 instead of 60. And she's like, no, we'll just go to 30. And I'm like, all right, I guess let's do it. I am losing weight. I don't know if that's because I'm sick again, like belly sick the last few days, or if that's because like I'm definitely not eating as much, or at least I'm not having to like snack as much. I'm also actually just moving a lot more because I had to like because I dropped the medication, I have to go for like at least a 45-minute walk every night. So I think that's probably the bigger contributor, is just like upping the general amount of movement that I'm doing in a day. Anyway, it's not fun. I don't like it. I like to just be nice and stable with my sugars. But I think it's going to help me hit the end goal. She did say that if I end up needing to go onto another medication, maybe we'll look at an injectable, I guess. And I was like, I don't want to go on like Ozempic or something like that, because I don't think I'm not that overweight. But she said nothing like that. I'm like, okay. So that's good. I don't know what other injectables there are for type 2, type 3, whatever the hell we're calling me. So, but I guess we'll find out. It's been a whole learning experience. I'm totally missing a piece of webbing. Yeah, this recipe is from my parents, who stole it from my aunt, who made it based on a recipe from her German family, who, now that I think of it, probably came over in World War II or very shortly afterwards. Yeah, I just don't even want to touch it. It does amazing things for people who need it. I am not against it. For people who like, that is the drug that works for them. 100%. If that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. I think it's an amazing thing. I don't like the trendiness of it. If it worked for me, it works for me, right? But I don't want to be on it if I don't have to be. It's also just hard to track down sometimes, right? Okay. Who can tell me where this piece of webbing ran off to? Maybe the cat ate it. That would be bad. Let's hope that the cat did not eat it. Yeah, I think there's a few other ones though that like are in. I don't think they're in the weight loss family. I think it's more, we just might need something like of a bit of a boost. And if I can stay off insulin for as long as possible, we will. Because there's a whole host of other issues with like driver's licenses and everything like that with insulin. So I'm going to grab one of the backup webbing pieces from the back, because fuck this. Oh my god. Is there actually... Okay, no. So we're just going to swap. It's a different weave. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's it down there. It didn't get singed. Okay, I was like, it's not that one, because it's not singed. I swear I singed all of them. Fire. Do not do this unsupervised. I totally have adult supervision. I guess. Flynn's my adult supervision. Yes, that's what I keep hearing. And it's like, okay, so are you like... In some ways, are you losing weight because of the drug, or are you losing weight because you're so goddamn nauseous all the time? I'm sorry, Wendy. I'm sorry that was actually... That's a different apology. I'm sorry that was your experience with it, because I do know people who've... Well, not personally, but you hear the stories of people that it has worked very well for. But yeah, I do want to avoid it as long as possible if I can. And what I have noticed though, and this is actually why I was discussing this, besides the fact that like I am losing weight, so it's like yay. Like I'm back down to, I am skating right above my pre-baby weight, which is like, okay, that's awesome. Pretty sure that's the lowest weight I've been since I was like 15. Given that it's diabetes, it's like, okay, the more weight you lose, the better off you are, blah, 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 blah. Hate it. Why I hate that portion of it, it is not untrue. 100%. Diet and exercise help diabetes. 100%. I know it. Why I hate it is it's just like, well, that's the default. Why you're going to get diabetes because you're fat? And it's like, no. That is not the case for the majority of us, if any of us. Anyway, I'll stop on the rant. Yeah, I would love to be able to go back. So it's a metformin glycoside right now. And if I do lose enough weight, hopefully what'll end up happening is I'm just going to be able to like... No, I'm not type 1, thankfully. I'm a weird beastie. So it's a genetic type that we treat as type 2. The genetic type treated with oral medication. That is the best description of it. Because they're finding that metformin apparently is really good for even insulin dependent. I was on it during my pregnancies. Because it really helps with the absorption of insulin. Yeah, I think like what it helps is it's like helps with the reduce the insulin resistance. Something, I don't know. It worked. But I'm a genetic type where it's like the pancreas is shot, but it's going to die very slowly. So in my future, it is extremely likely that I will be on insulin eventually, but not right now. So right now it's metformin glycoside, and it's supposed to be well treated with something in what's called the sulfonylurea family, which is what the glycoside is in. But my doctor doesn't like it, and honestly, I agree. The food noise that I have had in the last while, that's like not just the lows, just like, I want a snack. And so I would snack, is gone right now. So I'm like, that's wild. I'm still hungry, and I'm still eating to a little bit of excess sometimes, and that's fine too. But like I want a snack for a snack's sake, and actually being hungry for it is kind of gone, which is kind of nice when I'm in this calories deficit. So what I'm hoping is that if I lose enough weight, I can just basically stay on the current medication allotment without having to add in. I don't want to have to add another medication. I really don't want to have to add an injectable. I've done it. Don't like it. If it's what I have to do, it's fine. I would prefer to be healthy over, or have my A1C in control over being not injected, but let's hope I can avoid the injectable. Yeah, so I had to do, when I was first diagnosed, because I was 12, they were like, okay, well, you're type 1. So they put me on insulin. We did insulin because I don't even know if a pump was available at that point. Did insulin for 1.5 years, and then they went, well, you're responding extremely well to the insulin. So do you want to try oral meds? And we tried oral meds, and I responded extremely well to the oral meds. And here we are. Some weird fucking thing. Anyway, everyone always knew it was weird. I was not able to get the genetic testing until I was in the prenatal clinic, where we went back on insulin because insulin is still the safe, well, it's the one that we haven't had to test during pregnancy. And then they added in the metformin because they found that it had the best outcomes. Or it added, like, whatever to our, yeah. So yeah, I've been on insulin before, but I am typically treated with oral medication. So there's my whole diabetes origin story. Apparently, and honestly, the amount of change between like when I was first diagnosed and like going into the diabetic clinic for the prenatal was astounding. Like CGMs hadn't been a thing, and like the constant glucose monitors. So if you see someone wandering around with a little disc on their arm, it's very likely that. And all of that. So, okay. Then that's kind of it too. It's like I'm not there right now because we just made a change. Once I get down to weight or close, like lose more weight, blah, 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 blah. And I get more into my active period as well, because that has been another blessing that I didn't even think about with this medication drop, is I have not had to worry about a low while I've been running, which was a consistent worry all last year, training for dopey and training for the halves and all of that. So like that has been really nice too, is like I have not had to worry when I've been out running. So once I get more active with the marathon training and stuff like that, like that's going to also shift the sugars significantly as well. So, all right. I said 9:30. It is currently 9:29. So these will get finished up probably off screen in the next, well, maybe, like I said, maybe I'll sneak down tomorrow night. We'll see. Probably not. There's a card game my eldest wants to play, so I think we're going to do that instead. But there is the strawberries. Almost done. There is the cats almost done. Basically at this point they just need to be like smashed together. Yeah, or maybe I'll do them on Friday so that they are off my plate for the holiday season. We're gonna actually gotta cut this. This is the large box bag when we get to it. Not tonight. We're not even touching it beyond cutting it in half tonight. And then there is another Kato, because that Kato went so fast and was so spectacular that we're not even questioning it. It's just going back. If I do not see you before the new year or before Christmas, I hope you guys all have an amazing holiday season. Happy New Year. If it's one of those years where it's good riddance to 2024, give it the big old finger. This one, right in the middle. Because I've been there. And if it's been a good year, I'm very glad for all of us. It's been a good year here. So Happy New Year, and I'll chat with you all. Well, hopefully I chat to you before everything else. But if not, I'll see you in 2025. Bye.